One of a string of protests in Italy against pandemic-related restrictions. Demonstrators converged on the government building in Rome to denounce a nighttime curfew. They say it's shattering the economy. But on Sunday, the Prime Minister announced tough new measures, saying COVID-19 cases were rising dangerously across the country and placing pressure on the health system.
Gestire la pandemia significa
Managing the pandemic means to permit our medical system to give a prompt response, guaranteeing treatment and proper hospitalisations to all citizens. It means to prevent a second complete lockdown like the one we had in spring. The country cannot afford it.
Bars and restaurants have to close at 6 p.m, although they can offer a takeaway service. Gyms, swimming pools, cinemas and theatres are being ordered to shut. And people are being strongly advised not to leave home except for work, health or education purposes. But so far there's no ban on travelling. Spain is going further, with a new state of emergency coming into effect on Sunday night. The country's desperately trying to avoid going through the trauma it suffered in the spring. The new law includes nighttime curfews everywhere except the Canary Islands. Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez says the legislation will last for 15 days, but he'll ask Parliament to extend it for 6 months.
Da una cobertura jurídica, constitucional.
It gives legal constitutional coverage for the temporary restriction for 6 months of fundamental rights such as freedom of movement from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. It also gives regions the ability to stop people coming in or out of certain neighbourhoods, a city or a whole region.
The World Health Organization says Europe reported 222,000 new COVID-19 cases on Saturday, accounting for nearly half the global total. But addressing the World Health Summit happening in Berlin but also online, the head of the United Nations urged countries to think beyond their own borders.
We need global solidarity every step of the way. Developed countries must support health systems in countries that are short of resources. And we must join together as governments, the private sector, civil society and all partners to make sure vaccines, tests and treatments are available to everyone, everywhere. A vaccine must be a global public good.
On the edge of Europe, Russia's caseload remains the 4th largest in the world. They've recorded more than 15,000 new coronavirus infections every day for a week. But the government's repeatedly dismissed the idea of a new lockdown or shutting down businesses. An outlier in the response to the pandemic, at least for now. Nadim, Al Jazeera.